Hey everybody, welcome back to the Berger Creek Homestead. It's been a couple of weeks since we posted our first video, and we've been doing a lot of things kind of in the rain and stuff, so it wasn't really great to post things, but I would like to show you our homestead as it sits right now and give you the tour. So follow me and I'll show you around. So first thing I want to show you is one of our newest additions to the homestead. A couple of our newest additions actually. So yesterday actually, we got rabbits. So we haven't named them yet. I don't know if you can even see in there. Let me go ahead and open the hutch up. Hey girls. So we have two rabbits. Yeah, this is definitely the more ambitious one of the two. Both a little scared, but they're coming around. We're gonna name them. They're not gonna be eaten, don't worry. They may be bred. Sorry about that. They may be bred later on. They're both girls, both does. But they may be bred to be for meat rabbits later. But these girls won't be eaten. And the main reason we got this is for fertilizer, which I have a little temporary fertilizer catcher down there. I think I'm gonna make a drawer that'll slide out, and we can add that to our compost. Now we got this hutch from my father-in-law. He used to raise rabbits, and this needed some repair, and it's still not in the best condition in the world, but it's a good start. I didn't have to make anything from scratch. I'll show you something I did have to make from scratch. Way back there we have a chicken coop that I made. It took me about a week of off and on making it, and then I just laid down a first little line of chicken wire fence today. I obviously don't have a door in it yet. That's going to come later, but I just pulled that over there with the tractor probably a half an hour ago. Looks pretty good. I wanted to kind of keep it in some shade, and I'm going to also move this rabbit hutch for the summertime and put it in shade as well. So this is where our chickens are going to go. And we have 4 Americana chickens right now that are just about ready to go in this coop, so I want to try to get this ready before the weekend's over. And if you swing around here, here's our shed that we were planning actually on making it into our home, but plans have changed, and I'm pretty certain now we are going to move our home location up a hill that I'll show you here in a little bit, and we're going to make a prefabricated cabin kit into a home, and hopefully we'll be in there by about September, so same kind of time frame as what we were hoping for this shed, but this shed will be obviously used for a shed instead. So moving over, this was the original homestead house, and you can barely see it because of all the overgrowth. Believe it or not, it was worse than this a couple of weeks ago. I've done a little bit of clearing. It just takes forever, especially when it's not winter time, and I kind of dropped the ball on that by starting to clear land after all this overgrowth had already started growing again for the season. So that was on me. But anyway, it's nothing much. It's definitely not livable. There's asbestos coming out of the walls everywhere. The electric, which actually did have early electricity, it was ripped out of the walls. Somebody looted the house for copper, I think. And a bunch of crows, I think, are living in it. So not great, but it is dry. It's got some lumber in the living room. There's a 100-year-old stacked lumber. We actually have lumber in all of our outbuildings right now except the new shed. Moving on, we have this still overgrown. You can even make the outline out. Might be easier to see in person, but this is our barn. It's actually got a basement. But its sole purpose right now is to house lumber just like this. This is oak. I think all of it that's sawn is oak, and some of it's good, really, really solid stuff. Some of it's rotten, but that's what I use to make the chicken coop with. And then if we move along here, I don't have the steadiest hand in the world, so sorry about that. But this is our tractor shed. This is just another outbuilding that was at the farm and has been at the farm forever. And I'm guessing it may have been used as a, I'm not even sure, some sort of a livestock type pen. Looks like possibly calves or something at one point, judging by the look of the trough and stuff. But that's just got our tractor in it right now. Now if we go along here, this is the tributary. I've been calling it the baby Berger. Doesn't really have an actual name, but you can see it's just still trickling. And in the summertime this will dry up completely. But it's really pretty right now. Eventually we're hoping to build a bridge right where I'm standing out of some telephone poles and some logs. Who knows when the time frame is. Now you'll have to bear with me because this garden is very overgrown with weeds. Here in Missouri we've gotten rain almost every single day in the last 3 weeks straight. It's very, very hard to weed even when it's not raining. It's hard to weed because the ground's so wet and it's clay. But our plants, I know you can't see them from here, but they're doing really, really well. Just about everything, except I did try to germinate some. I tried to germinate some like 15-year-old black beans and I think 17-year-old cauliflower seeds, and it was just sort of an experiment to see what would happen. I didn't think a whole lot would happen, but I did get one black bean plant to germinate. Everything else didn't do anything. But here I'm taking you up the hill that we're going to actually live in. And for the past week and a half or so, I've been doing my best to clear the land here. And it doesn't look like much, but maybe I'll post a picture in here too of what it did look like. It's way better than how it looked before. So yeah, right beyond those cedar trees is where we'll be entering at to our home. And this was all like 8 to 10 foot tall saplings, just the entire field. And with a lot of brush hogging, hard, rough brush hogging later, it looks like this. And it needs to be gone over at least one more time, and then again at the end of the season to get all this taken care of. But right in here is somewhere where our house will sit, and then on the other side of the field over there will be our garden, probably for next year. So I know it doesn't look like much, but we're really excited to see this back here all cleared up and stuff, because like I said, those saplings just took over and it didn't look like anything could be done with them. I was pretty shocked actually that the brush hog was able to get stuff that tall and thick. So it really paid for itself in that. But this is pretty exciting because almost all of this, at least over 3/4 of this entire field, is covered by cedar trees. Everything but this entrance that we came up, and that's going to make a lot of seclusion, and it's going to be more of a country feeling. So we're excited about that. So we've shown everything now except for our bee field and our fruit grove. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, as you can see behind me, we have our bees. We have 2 hives, and we got them just a couple of weeks ago. We've only done 2 inspections on them, so they seem like they're doing okay though, and we've got supers on them ready to make honey. The hives are looking fairly strong, and behind here is the start of our fruit grove. I think that's a chestnut behind me, and then if you see all those grow tubes sitting back there, we've got 7 plum trees, 6 cherry trees, 7 mulberries, and today I'm planting a peach tree and a pear tree. And we also have 2 chestnut trees. So that's the start of our fruits, and we're going to add to it probably next year. We're going to add some elderberries, definitely some grapes, and going to be trying to propagate some green cuttings probably next month or in July. So that's the start of our fruit grove and our bees. Alright, so this will finish out our tour. This is the last thing I want to show you guys today. This is our namesake, Berger Creek. That's the big Berger Creek sitting here. It's flowing pretty nicely right now. We've, like I said before, had a lot of rain the last couple of weeks, but it'll be flowing all year. And this is still our property. These are our bluffs, and these are our gravel bars. And I've actually taken a lot of gravel out of these gravel bars in the past to put into the floor of our shed. But this is the creek that, as a child, came out here and swam in, and when my grandpa owned it. So this is why we decided to name it the Berger Creek Homestead. It's a significant part of the land, and has been and still is a significant part of our history and lives. So appreciate you guys watching and following along with us, and we want to really build a community of homesteaders and of people with like-mindedness. And we don't know what we're doing on a lot of things, and we could use the help, we could use the support. And so to that end, if any of you guys have any questions, or if you can answer questions that we've got in any of our videos, we'd be really appreciative of that. And thank you very much for checking the video out, liking, subscribing. Check us out on Facebook at the Homestead Project, and we'll catch you on the next one. God bless. This is our namesake. Namesake? Really? Now I gotta start over again.